Yeah. All right. You guys, welcome to our team training on Wednesday. Today I'm going to be covering how to hostess coach like a boss. I have truly come to the conclusion that if you are having hostess, or if you're having Facebook parties and they're not exactly turning out the way that you want them to, I truly believe it comes down to hostess coaching. I even believe it comes down to the words that you use. I have tried words that don't work, and I've tried other words that do. So it is really a matter of how you choose your wording, your timing, and your energy through all those words that will create a fabulous Facebook party. Am I guaranteeing it? No. But am I having success with it? Yes. I have not changed this script in over a year, and it continues to work well for me. I highly recommend that you get a hostess coaching script down for yourself. And I don't want to say the word script necessarily, but you need to have something that is a go-to that is working. If it's not working, you need to find out why. And really focus on this. It's less about how your Facebook parties look and more about how you're connected with your hostess to get them to participate and get their friends participated. If you're sensing that your hostess is not excited, there's a way to, I did it earlier this week. There's a way to get her turned around sometimes not. But I will say this hostess coaching like a boss has worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for you guys. But I do want to start with the caveat, and before I pressed record, I said it to the girls on. If I'm on here and I'm talking about it and I'm saying that it works, and then you watch me and you enjoy this and then don't go do it, it's not going to work. Okay. It's not going to work. This stuff comes easily to me, and I realize that it doesn't come easily for a lot of people. So for me, it was just easy to I whipped this up fast, but I realize it's not always the case for some other people. They're better at doing something different and than I am. So I get that. So we all have our natural abilities, and this is something that just seems to be resonating with the people at the time. So I'm going to share it with you, and hopefully you'll share it with your teams and encourage your people to watch it and then implement it, because they're going to continue to have parties that don't work. I'm also going to stress this before I get going, that I've run 2 launch parties for people who are brand new. I have done this exact coaching with each of them, and I have to tell you, they deviate from it. And every time they do, I'm always like, I have the system that works. So for this, for once, just do exactly what I say. Don't make a move until I tell you to move again. That's kind of the way this has to work, to get a feel for it, to see how the flow works. And don't add any of your business in there until you get a flow and you feel like you can tweak it. So that's what I'm going to say to that. The other final point I want to make is that these are my words, and I do believe verbiage is key, but if you could switch it around just a smidge so that the overall intent of the message is exactly the same, but maybe the yahoo is, yeehaw. I mean, I don't know, but it's a little tweak here and there, so it speaks more to you. But I really find that this is almost a science, which I didn't, when I first did this, it was not. But I'm finding that when I compare what other people are doing that isn't working and comparing to what I'm doing, it's working. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to talk about how to hostess coach like a boss. And the reality is that when you guys get a hostess, okay, and you have a date on the calendar, you officially put your coaching hat on. You are no longer, this is not about how much money you're going to make. This is not about, what your volume's going to be. It has nothing to do with you. You really need to get into that coaching mindset, because these lovely ladies who are hostesses, all they want to do is get free nails. That is all they want. And they are intrigued by the fact that it'll take 30 minutes, that you do all of the work and all they have to do is invite people. But the reality of the situation that we know, and we're not going to tell them outright, but they don't know what they're doing. So we need to guide them, and we're going to gently coach them through the process. And that means being in contact with these people quite regularly throughout the week of their party. It means touching base at least once a day, if not more, maybe twice. It seriously doesn't take a lot of time. So I know everyone's like, whoa, time. I'm telling you, if you get this method down and it begins to work for you, you're going to see a pattern emerge, and it's going to feel natural. So I want you to think about being a coach. And according to Webster's dictionary, this is what coaches do. They train, they instruct, they teach, and they educate. And the thing is that hostesses are unaware of what our process is. They really just think, I'm going to dump as many people. The logic is, I'm going to dump as many people into this party, and I'm going to get that many orders, because who wouldn't like this polish, right? The problem is, we know that Facebook doesn't work like that. That's number one. Your hostess doesn't have a clue about algorithms, most likely, or how Facebook works. They also don't understand that people have no idea what color street is. And even if they do, we need to entice them to want to come to her party. So when you get a notification and you see something that says, Stumpy's Barbecue is having a big rockin' rodeo, next week, and you're invited, some random person clicked invited, dumped me in there. I don't know what Stumpy's Barbecue is. I have no idea. No one's given me an indication that I should be there. And I ignore that notification. That's exactly what's happening if your hostesses are just getting into the event and clicking 400 of their friends on Facebook. All 400 will get a notification, and all 400 except one will probably ignore it. So we need to train our hostesses, coach our hostesses on how to properly invite, and go back to the basics like our mamas taught us, to ask people personally to come into these invitations. I love to give the analogy that if I'm sitting right here talking to you fine women, and somebody knocks at my door and I go to answer it, they yank me out of my door with nothing, no notice, no nothing. And they drag me down the street and throw me in their house, and there's a big party set up, and they go, ready to buy something? No, I'm really kind of annoyed actually at this point. What am I buying? Why should I be here? I had no idea you were even hosting a party. Do you understand? So really it comes down to being polite, because, I know everybody wants to make sure everybody buys all this and have the biggest party on the planet. The only way that I have found to have $500 parties on a regular basis is to personally invite your people. They invite their people. But we need to communicate to our hostesses, how do they do that effectively? Because that's really where the disconnect seems to be happening. Okay? So, I'm going to cover hostess packs briefly, but I'll probably do another training on that so everybody can see exactly what I do and how I do it. But a week or two before the party, and actually maybe usually at the beginning of the month, I try to get all my hostess packs ready for that month. And I send them all out at the same time, even if she's on the 28th of the month, okay? And that way, they have it. I want to tell you about my experience when I received mine from Natalie. I didn't know what color street was. I had never heard of it. I got this awesome bubble mailer, and it had all these goodies in it. And I'm not saying that you have to put a lot of money into this, but this is what she included for me, and this is what stood out and made my life made me excited about hosting this party. She put in 2 catalogs. She went all out too. She had my copy and my friend's copy, and she explained in her little personal note that I highly recommend you include what each item stood for. So it was 2 catalogs. I sometimes put 1. So again, if money is an issue, dumb it down to what you can afford. She put in accent nails, 3 sets, a solid, a sparkle, and glitter, and an art. And I even think at that point she put a French in there. So I had accent nails that I didn't know what those were. She had this amazing Hostess with the Mostess darling little thing she created in Canva. It was talking about what Color Street is, if I got so much in pre-orders, what I would get for it. Just kind of an overall, again, I'll go over, this is what it looks like, and I realize it's backwards. But I have this in glittered champagne files of what, this, not this necessarily, but what goes in a hostess pack. It's called the Anatomy of a Hostess Pack. So this has my contact information on it. It has my picture. It has, you know, tells her kind of stuff to do. Make your wish list, set a goal for your party, and then there's a little blurb about that. Create your guest list and invite. Has a little more blurb about that. Collect $200 in orders before your party, and she doesn't say, she has a little blurb about that, but they don't get anything for that. And have 25 people RSVP going to your party on Facebook. And she said, do this and get an extra special gift from me. What? So it's super cute. It looks really girly and fun. It totally screams me. I haven't changed this since the day I started with Color Street. And I highly doubt I will unless it becomes non-usable for some odd reason. Along with that, it looks coordinating to this is a wish list. When I got my wish list and she told me what I could earn, I don't know why, but I geeked out and I filled out that wish list, and it totally got me excited about what I was going to get. And I already knew what I was going to order with my hostess rewards. Okay. She actually included like 3 or 4 business cards. I include 1. She included a full set of Tokyo lights. I'm going to encourage you all that was the thing that shoved me over the edge. I loved the Tokyo lights. I had never seen anything like this. Those are our top seller. They're stunningly beautiful. They go on well. They look amazing. People will show them off to everyone in the whole wide world and get people there. I recommend it. That is what my practice is now. It works for me wonderfully. And I'm going to tell you why. Because people take you seriously and they know that you're a businesswoman to be reckoned with. When you're sending that kind of thing in that kind of a packet, they know you're serious, okay? So they typically follow through with my parties. I rarely have cancellations. I mean, rare. So I feel like it's kind of my insurance plan with sending out a hostess pack. I make sure it looks really cute. I even invested in this cute little stamper to make my life easier. I got on Etsy and I personalized it, and I make my life easy, and boom, boom. That's my return address label to make it look a little bit more uniform, because everything was looking a little, you know, like hodgepodgey, and I wanted it to look a little bit more professional. So I do that, and that's been a lifesaver. Takes ding ding, love it. So that's what I do with my hostess packs. I'll even sometimes take a picture of my hostess pack, and I'll be like, this, you know, your cutie pie hostess pack is on its way. Woo! You know, so to get them excited. So they know that I'm excited and I want them to get excited. Okay, enough about hostess packs. When I do send a hostess pack, I do check in with them, ask them if they've got it, tell them to make sure within my little card, the personal card that you handwrite needs to say the explanation of everything, and tell them to slap on those accent nails on everyone they know so they can get excited about the magic of Color Street. Again, I'm going to go into great detail about that on another training. But you want to kind of explain it a little bit. When they get their hostess pack, check in with them, say, have you been able to fill out your wish list? And what I've started doing is I just say, what are your top 5 favorite styles you'd love to see on your fingers? You know, on those little fingers of yours or whatever. If you're not the girly type, or you're not the type to use flowery language, I'm going to encourage you to get an internet alter ego where you are a girly girl, because most of the people who are nailsies are kind of girly. So I'm also going to say be true to yourself, be authentic. And if that truly feels weird, don't do it. But if you're not having much luck and you're not getting it done, you might want to try that then. You know, do I walk around saying your girly hostess pack is coming? No, I don't do that. But does it sound great on my messenger? Yeah, I'm going to make it sound cute. Make it sound cute. So get girly, get cutesy. I know some people might disagree with me on that. They're going to say be who you are, and I agree. Be who you are, and then make it sound fun. If you're a grumpy Gus, be a funny grumpy Gus, for crying out loud. If you are more manly and you're that's not your speed, be a funny manly. Be something, but don't be boring, because you're losing your people. You have to translate your personality over the internet. Okay, you have to do it, because they are not getting it any other way. All this hostess coaching is about is building rapport, building a relationship, building something where they want to talk to you, where they want to do what you're asking them to do. And it's doing it in a way that it doesn't feel like you're a militant leader or a militant person, and you've got this cutesy way of joking around with them to like do what you're asking them to do. But really, underneath it, you can be boiling pot of water and be like, they're idiots. But on the surface, you just need to be like, oh my gosh, you silly thing, something like that. It works. Okay, so let her know that you're gearing up to have a killer party. And the minute I create the event on Facebook, I don't add her yet. I set it all up before I add her into this event. And I say, yeehaw, party's been created on Facebook. Again, this is verbiage I've been using for over a year. Now, a few major, in capital letters, rules before I add you as co-host. Caveat: this document is available to you to print off and use in our files section, and all that glitters how to host a coach like a boss. So whatever I'm reading, you guys have access to it. Please watch the video below and let me know that you get the rules of this game before we dive in. The main rule, and then I have this capitalized again: no dumping people into the event without their permission, or your party will be stinky. Trust me on this. I promise I know how to get people into your event and get you free stuff, which is why we're doing this, right? So if you do what I suggest, we'll have an awesome party. If not, honestly, no one may come. I've seen it before. Boo. We want peeps to come, okay? There's personality in that, okay? There's personality in that statement right there. It is gently telling them, please do what I'm asking you to do. And then I followed up with a video that I did back when I first started. It reiterates this in 2 minutes or less, exactly why I have them do it. I kind of give them the analogy quickly about dragging them to a party, I think, something like that. And I just kind of gently explain this again, because they do not understand what you're talking about. When I've posted that message and when I have the video posted, I'll wait, and then I'll say, please let me know if you're picking up what I'm laying down, or please let me know you understand my crazy, or please, whatever, because I make fun of myself a lot. So that way, once you agree to my rules, I will add you as co-host, okay? So that's when they say, I totally get it. Great. I'll add you now. I add them. Okay. So I say, so my next little point here is, does she get it? No, I mean, does she really get it? Because even after that cutie little exclamation in my video that I also am very gentle in, but firm, they sometimes still don't get it. And so I always say, if I'm going to say the word invitation or invite, I'm always saying the word personal in front of it. I never say inviting. It's always personal inviting. I capitalize it a lot of the times. If I'm being completely obnoxious, I won't capitalize it. But even 4 times later, they'll be like, oh, wait. I think I might have screwed up, because they have no idea that you're doing this on purpose. They just think, I'm just going to invite, but if you are so specific several times, people need to hear it a few times and really pick up. She keeps saying this personal inviting. Oh, she's reiterating a personal inviting. She's going to know you mean business by this. Like, you don't want her to dump. She's going to figure that out. But if you mention it once, she missed it. She did not get it. I wouldn't have got it. I need to be told a million times the same thing over and over and over and over again before my brain goes, oh, that's an important part that she keeps trying to make. Okay? So make sure whatever it is. Okay, this is what I tell people all the time. Honestly, they're 5. They're 5. And what do you do with 5? You have patience, and you have love, and you have repetitive words on a regular basis before 5-year-olds get what you're picking up. Okay, so they're 5. Go into that with those 3 things in mind about your hostesses. They're cute and they're 5. Okay, and then make sure that you have somewhere. Now, my system, I'm going to admit, is not the greatest system for you all, probably, because this is my system. But this is what I created. It works for me. I literally copy and paste from a prior conversation with another hostess into my current conversation with a new hostess. You guys might like to create a Trello board, or you might like to have a Facebook group that you create for Facebook parties alone and have your verbiage in there and your images in there, so you're not going into another event and snagging and pulling it over. That's what I do, and it works for me, but I know it doesn't work for everybody. People like to have their stuff all in one spot, and they want it to be easy. So I understand that. Please create what works best for you. And if you have questions on that, ask me after. Let me stop while I say that. Is everybody following thus far? Awesome. Okay. So with them finally agreeing to their personal inviting and everything, I make sure you send your hostesses some help. Okay, this is what I say. Your hostess has no idea what personal inviting is. So I give her verbiage. Tell her that it will only take her, I don't ever say this actually, but this is what I have in here. Tell her that it will only take her an hour to send out personal invitations. And that could be 20 minutes this day and 20 minutes. But I don't even put a time frame because it could take them less. So it's not important to say that. But I do send her a sample script, one sample script to put on Facebook, and one to send privately in Facebook Messenger. So this is the one I would send. Let's see. This is the one that I would send to someone in Messenger. Hey, Jen, I thought of you. Okay. That's a key phrase. I thought of you because you did. And she appreciates that you thought of her, because you're not talking to somebody else over here. There's probably somebody you thought of and didn't put in the personal invitation, but this girl, you did think of her. I thought of you when I came across this dry, capitalized, nail polish. It is really amazing. I'm having an online event on Thursday at 8:30. Would you like to come? Let me know and I'll add you. And then I say thoughts, or what do you think, or how does that sound? Because you don't want crickets and you don't want yes or no. You want them to answer that. Sure, that sounds great. Yeah, add me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. If you ever find yourself asking a yes or no question, change it immediately to a how, a what, thoughts. Okay. Keep all of those words in. No, yes, and no's. Okay. And then I do send one for Facebook, and it'll say something like, what do I say? I don't have it typed in here because I've done some adjusting since this. I will get you guys that. I will put it in the comments. But it basically talks about, I'm having this, it goes on Facebook, and it talks about like what it is, but then it also says I can do my nails while I'm, whatever it is in their personal life, watching Joey play hockey and picking up Madeline from dance, or waiting in the dance line, or literally on the airplane, whatever. You ask them to change whatever that personal part is to what they do, where their friends would know it's what it speaks to them. Oh, Susie Q does go horseback riding quite a bit. She can do it while she's riding a horse. Man, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? And then this is the most important part. And when they leave this off, it's hilarious. It's so funny to watch this. It's comment I'm in, or comment me below in the comments and I will add you into the event. If they leave that off, they get 1 thumb up and that's it. If they get, if they do comment me and these people are interested and she's doing what I'm asking her to do, boom, 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 15 people in her party just like that. Happens to me all the time. So if they leave off that little bitty word, if they change that, see, now this is where I have to say, they change any bit of that wording, I'm always like, oh, not gonna work, not gonna work. You just, whatever. So I have a what it is, when it is, what they can do with it and when, like their special activity, and a call to action. Because here's the reality. I'm having this party. Yay! Reese's. Reese! Great. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Sit. I'm having, the reality of it is that if you tell them you're having this party, they don't know what else, they see it, but they're typically not going to ask, what do I need to do to get in it? They need, they're 5. They're 5. You need to give them instructions, right? So tell them, and do not provide a link to the party. That's sometimes these hostesses will do something like that. I'm like, did I tell you to do that? Like, I'm dead serious when I say just follow me and I will lead you to, you know, $500 of awesome product, you know? So call to action and then they can add it. Okay. Now, so check in, be the ultimate party planner. You are still a coach, but you are also a party planner at this point. And you want to check in with your hostess every few days and ask how the personal inviting is going. And I reiterate that again every time. I even make fun of myself. Like I said before, I'm a bit of a psycho nut, crazy lady when it comes to this. And I really do try to have fun. I try to treat them like they're my best friend. I love playing around with them. I think it's fun. If they say something like, if they do everything I say, I'll be like, oh my God, you're my new best friend. You know, like, or if they honestly have invited everyone personally and I can tell, I'll be like, you're my favorite. You have officially become, you've moved into #1 favorite spot. You know, like I am complimenting her. And when she does something wonderful, she knows, oh, when I do something good, she's going to give me a little, but you know what? I'm being seriously genuine. I really am. Like if this is fake for you, work on that because this is fun for me. Like I truly am like, I want her to know that I appreciate it. And I want to have fun while I'm doing that. So I'm going to be like, you're my fave. You just moved into spot #1, like best hostess ever. Oh my God, you're the hostess with the mostest. Look at you posting those nails in the event already. You know, it's like whatever she's doing, I make sure she knows she's fabulous. And then you got the ones that are like ignoring you, like doing they went rogue and they did their own thing and are posting stuff and you're like, wait, or they didn't do a call to action. I will gently say, hey, I saw that you posted on Facebook. That is awesome. Can I make a suggestion that seems to work well? Always ask if you can make a suggestion, okay? Because you don't want to be a bossy britches. And you say, so what I have found is when you include images that I sent of the nails, people love visuals. So what I would suggest is make that same post a different time of the day because you're gonna hit another group of people. But include the images this time. And I would definitely say comment me because they actually don't know how to join the party. So that's a great way to tell them to join. So whatever they've missed or, omitted, you just say, may I make a suggestion? This seems to work really well. And they'll always be like, sure, or whatever. And then you tell them that. Okay, so getting people to the party. Oh, here it is. Here's the stuff I wanted to tell you. Now people who have parties with me, they literally have the same wording. I'm almost beginning to think I should change this. So you guys might not want to, I'm telling you, don't use these exact words because people will not find them interesting if they've been to one of my parties. So I'm having this is for Facebook. I'm having this online nail party tomorrow night at 8:30. It's dry, capitalized nail polish, and it's amazing. I can do my nails now in 5 minutes while sitting at the hockey game or waiting to pick up from dance. No more smudges, and they look professionally done. If you want me to add you to my party, type I'm in below and I will get you added. I pretty much just said that already, but I wanted to read it word for word. Okay. Okay, party day. Now, I've also added one more thing that is new to my hostess pack, and I haven't put it in there, a hostess coach. I have been giving them a goal. They don't know this. I don't let them set their own goals. I set my goals at $300, and I say to them, hey, Jen, I think we should create a goal for your party. When our hostess rewards get really good at $300, I think that would be an awesome goal to set. When you hit $300, you get $45 in free product, 3 half-priced items, and free shipping. And it's so easy. What do you think? Yeah, that sounds like a good goal. Awesome. So I set up that goal, and then I tell the people in the party, I've shown you guys my Facebook party, so if you want to know how I run my Facebook parties, you have to go to the training with my Facebook party. But I put a meter in there, and I'll say, can you please, I beg of you. I put my meter in there, and I say, hey, Jen's got a goal, $300 for her party. I know we can get her there. You girls are the bomb, or whatever, however you talk. You don't have to say that, but you can say, I know we can get her there. And people love camaraderie. They love this. I don't know. I never used to do this, but man, people are all about it, and they really want to help her. So use that. I am going to kiss you so much when I get up here. Okay, so that's the one thing I do too. So I make sure she has a goal in mind, tell her what she can get for it, tell that in the party. And then the morning of party day. So I have 2 parties this evening. So I sent both hostesses this exact same message. The morning of the party, usually around 7 a.m. or whenever it is you can do it, by noon, because I want her to see it and I want her to respond, because sometimes they'll ghost you. But see, here's the deal. At this point, I've had so many conversations with her. She's invested. I'm invested. She knows what we're tight. Okay, if you're not feeling like that on party day, you have not done your duty. You have not hostess coached well, because you should feel like it would be odd if she did not respond to this message, and it would be odd if she ghosted you, because you at this point have people in the party properly. You have set a goal. You've asked her how she's doing. You've had several conversations. So this avoids people not showing up. This avoids people from not being excited. They have a goal, for crying out loud. You've invested them and you've invested their people. Somebody's buying something, okay? So this should at least avoid you having 0 parties at this point, because you have people invested. Now, morning of the party. Okay, girl, are you ready? A little housekeeping for the party. Number 1, come to your party. Ha, ha, ha. But seriously. Because we all know how that goes sometimes. Sometimes they don't come, and you're like, what? How did that even happen? Number 2, be sure to show your excitement. Your friends know you. They trust you and your opinions. So comment on why you like Color Street. Show pics of your hands if you want. Share your experience. Talk it up if you will. Even when I put this, sometimes they aren't as, you know those hostesses that are giddy girls, and they are, you don't have to help them at all. They got it down. During the party, I'm usually helping a lot of people. Hey, you want to, comment, like, banter, make fun of, whatever. I'll get to that part. Number 3, have fun. Comment, like every single person's post. Put a GIF in the comments, banter, and enjoy. It goes fast. See, I already say all that. How does that sound to you? I want to know she's bought in on the day of her party, because I don't want to waste my time tonight. So I better get in a response, And if I don't, that's why I say do it early in the day, because if I don't have one after 3 hours, I'm going, hey, babe, did you get my post? Are we still in? How's it going? I'm still checking in with her. Right before the party starts, 20 to 30 minutes before the party, I ask my hostess, I'll say, hey, babe, I've got one last hostess duty for you. And I make sure she knows it's her last thing that she has to do, which is really not really that big of a deal. But I ask her to go into the event and message her guests I do specify not to send a group message because no one wants to get a group message with everyone in the party on it and junk up their Facebook Messenger, but it's really easy. This is super easy. You go into the event, you click message guests, and there is a little square that says get group message. You just leave that unchecked, okay? Then you go into all the girls who are going and you click them, boom, 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 and you type a message that says something generic because that one message is going to everybody simultaneously but separately. So you'll say, you know, hey friend, party starts in 20 minutes, see you there. I have since added, hey friend, party starts in 20 minutes, can't wait to see you. Be sure to show up for exclusive specials and a live demo, because I now do live demos. Whereas before, I never did them because I was too scared. And now I'm like, I don't care. It works a lot better doing a live demo. So get over your fear and do it. And then press send, boom. Why do I do that? Because it gives them a 30-minute warning that they need to wrap up whatever bath they're giving, dinner they're eating, clothes they're changing, and get ready to sit down and check out what's happening. And it'll kind of tip them off that notifications are going to start coming and they're going to be like, you know, but by this point, if you've seen my Facebook party, they too are also invested because I've posted throughout the time I've been hanging out with the hostess. I'm also hanging out in the party. So I'm simultaneously getting everybody zhuzhed up for this 30-minute event that we're getting ready to have. Okay, party time. During the party, before the party, I tell her that during the party, I will contact her through Messenger if I need her help in any way. I might have her tag people in my live demo if people aren't responding. My check-in post is right now it's about what are they drinking at the moment, and if they haven't responded, I'll be like, hey, tag a few people and be like, you know, I know you've got a beverage in your hand. What are you drinking? Type of thing. So I'll have them tag and stuff like that. Sue, you can just ask me outright, sister. Let me see. Do you include anything about Facebook notifications? I have not, but I'm also going to, so Sue's question is, do you include anything about Facebook notifications to have the guests change to all? I don't, but I haven't had to. I haven't had a reason to. I know that. Are you doing a group, Sue?
No, even regular events, it defaults to highlights. Your first two posts in Debbie's party, never saw them.
Okay.
I got no notification.
So I haven't had any issues with that, but that's not to say that I haven't and I don't, or that I have and I just don't know because I have enough people. So yes, I don't do that, but I would consider doing that. But if I was going to do it, if I'm going to add that in there, I'm giving them incentive to do it because you just asked them to do something. So if you're asking them, anytime I ask them to do anything, I'm like, like I just posted in my party today. I just did this randomly just for fun. But there's a Starburst game, or it's a Starburst thing, and it shows all 4 Starburst colors and then the emojis that pick one that you like and emoji it. So today I said, I just feel like doing this because it's fun, because who doesn't like Starburst? Anybody who comments below will get entered into a raffle from me. There has to be 10 people to activate the raffle. Because I want to see if people are going to hang out. I just threw that in there randomly. I don't randomly do that, but if I'm going to ask them to do that, I'm going to offer a drawing. And I would say I need 10 people to activate that to get entered into win some free nail swag. You know, but I would encourage them. Everyone needs this. Everyone who does it in comments below gets entered into a raffle from me.
Yeah, and if people don't have their notifications set to all, they're not going to see it. Unfortunately, and I don't understand why Facebook ever made the default back to.
I was under the impression that if they clicked going, they would. But here's the other thing. Okay, I get that. So yes, I would. We'll see how I'm going to see how my parties go tonight without doing this, because mine seem to be working fine. But I agree with Sue that that's probably something you might want to consider doing, and that message 20 to 30 minutes prior is getting in their messenger from the hostess. Like, I can't send it because I'm not friends with all the people. That's why I have the hostess do it. And it's from her, so it shows that she's invested again, and they're their friends know them. They could care less
Right.
if I send the message, but at least they're getting notified that the party's going to start. So even if I'm not getting the notifications, they're coming in because they know it starts.
Right, and also coming from the party, it's got a link right back to the party, which is helpful, and I try and explain that to everybody. Sometimes they just don't get it. But
Well,
like
I
I
don't
said,
explain a lot. I just try not to, I try to avoid explanations. I just say, do what I'm at, do please, just, I don't even say please. I just create your verbiage to where it's undeniable they need to do it. Create incentives to move them, because that's usually, hey, I want some free accent nails, or hey, I want a drawing. Yay. I think I'm probably even going to give a free strip away just because I'm feeling generous today. But I'm not going to do it until after the orders are in, because I'm not going to incentivize them to be like, well, she got me a free strip. It'll happen tomorrow or when the party closes. So, so that's how that works. But yes, I don't think it's a bad idea, but if you're going to do it, incentivize them to do it and comment below. Because when people start doing it, they follow the crowd. There's just not very many people that don't follow the crowd.
I know.
So get them to follow the crowd. Okay, so I am a huge fan about gifts. I think they're hilarious, and I try to find the funny ones. So if they, like with my check-in post about drinking, if they mention water, I love this one about this goat. It's got the longest tongue drinking water. I used it last night too. Like, I think it's hilarious. And I'll be like, Weight Watchers got me like this week because I'm just joined Weight Watchers, so I'm drinking tons of water. I share my personal experience with my life, but in snippets and funny stuff, or if they're like, if everyone's commenting alcohol, I'll say something like, man, you girls are hilarious. Or you guys are like my type of people. Can I come hang out with you sometime? I'm never going to hang out with them. I'm never hanging out with them. They live in New Jersey. I'm not hanging out with them. But I would. If I lived in New Jersey or ever visited, I would. I honestly kind of would. So I do I poke fun, I compliment, I play. One of my hostesses, she was sick as a dog. And I want to give, this is a great hostess coaching lesson. She wanted to do the party. I did everything I just told you guys I did. I asked her if everything was good. How's the personal inviting going? Fine. Okay. Yes. When you're getting all that, nope, there's no connection there. So I said, oh my gosh, do not sound excited, LOL. I go, we've got to get you excited, LOL. So she knows I am like playing with her. And I'll say, let's go ahead and set that goal for your party. So I'll go into that. That's what I went into. And she was like, oh, haha, I'm sorry. I just have a lot going on. I did invite all these people. They seem interested. So I got more out of her instead of a yes, okay. She's a $515 party. Honestly, I never saw that one coming because she had a migraine. When she was doing that yes, 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 I didn't know she had a migraine, but she had mentioned it. The night of her party, she goes, well, I'll see if I can come because I have 2 sick kids and I'm sick too. And I was like, oh, well, awesome. So I was like, this is going to be. And she goes, so if I go, well, do you mind if I mention that you're sick in the party, because I want people to know why she's not around. Mm-hmm. She even said, yeah, that might help explain why I'm not going to be around. And I'm thinking, fabulous. This is just fabulous. So here comes the check-in post with my cups. And again, if you want to know what I'm referring to, go to my Facebook party training and watch what I do. And I mention in there, let's all send Danny a funny gift. She has 2 sick kids and she's sick herself. She needs a little pick-me-up. Well, in here, boom, 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 boom. People are commenting, feel better, wish you were better. They're invested. So I mentioned it in my live. I go live, explain a little bit about Color Street. At the end of it, I'm like, I just really want to say thank you to Danny because she is not feeling well and she has 2 sick kids, and God bless her for even hosting this party tonight. So, props to you, Danny, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So it's not so stale. It's personal, right? It's personal. But you're not like sharing too much, but you're invested in what I did feel bad for her. I'm thinking, my God, I wouldn't be on this thing if I had 2 sick kids and I was sick. Forget that. Here she is. She showed up way more than I thought she would. So it was good. All right. So finally, and we're almost done. 2 more things. Closing time. when the party's over, be sure to thank your hostess. Tell her that you'll be in touch with her tomorrow. Encourage her to follow up with those who've expressed interest and see if they'd like to place an order. If they've personally invited, I'll say if they said they wanted to be in here, they want to know about it, be sure to follow up with those people that didn't order and ask if they'd like to place one. And really, let me read this, and that's all there is to it. Remember that you are simply coaching your hostess to have the best party possible. Explain your role as the coach. Tell her we do things differently here at Color Street because it works and it works well. Explain that she can click on 400 of her closest friends and dump them into the event, but that is not going to result in a good party. Trust us. We know how to throw a mean party, and we do it the polite way, the Color Street way. It's all about relationships after all. So go out there and have fun, put your coach's hat on and rock it out. It'll be worth it. I don't say any of that. That was to you guys. But after the party, I will follow up with them and I'll say, so have you been able to check in with anyone? How's it looking? Okay. One little final tip that I do. So now when I have that meter going, I'm like, oh my God. Like I'll go to my calculator. I'll take my $300. I'll subtract 150. That's 150 orders. Of course we still need. I'll divide it by 40 because the average bundle order is about $40. And I can't do math. I don't math in my head, but let's say it's 4 people. Okay. I'll be like, oh my God, you only need 4 people to buy the bundle and you're at 300. Oh my gosh. Remember what you get for 300? You get $45 in free product. You get 5. They're 5. You repeat it again, and you repeat it just as excitedly as like you had never said it before. So I do that. And then they're like, I can find 3 more people. I can do that. My mom's going to do it. My sister's going to do it. And I got somebody at the office that wants to do it. It's just helping them see the path. They just don't have a flashlight and they don't know what's upcoming. You're the flashlight. You're going to shine the light on the path, and they know, okay, the next step is this. Oh, that worked. Sue knows what she's talking about. So I'm going to listen to Sue some more. And you know what I'm saying? You build credibility as when these things start to work, you build credibility. People will message me and be like, that was the most fun party I've ever been to. Why? Because I walked them through step by step by step by step. I even walked their customers through, their guests through step by step. I tell them exactly what's coming, what to expect, tell them exactly how to do it, and then it's all over. So does anyone have any other questions, comments?
Can you post the script you used for this? Oh, is it in the packet? I guess.
Yes, I thought it wasn't, but it is. Oh, script for what? Okay. A Facebook post?
For our host to share with their friends that too.
That's all in there. And if you need more, if there was something I mentioned in here that's not in here,
okay,
let me know.
Okay. And then the party meter that you use, what app did you say that's from?
So I got that from Graphics Galore group.
Okay.
But I believe I posted it in my training in the comments, and if I didn't, I can.
Oh, okay.
But I use an app on my phone that I bought 5 years ago called Typic, Typic. It's like $4.99, or at least it used to be, and one time. And then I find a circle icon and I highlight it in pink and I pop that in the little thermometer round part, and then I find a little arrow and pop that in pink and I spread it out whenever. I update that meter as their sales are going and pop that into the party and get them all excited and like, we are so close. You know, I don't ever really tell them the exact amount of the party because I don't really want them to know that, because I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on, we're almost there. We can get her there. Typically we surpass it because it motivates people to keep going. So I'm going to just encourage you guys to really get the hostess coaching part down. It's so important. I just can't even stress it enough. If it's not down, don't even bother having a party. I'm not kidding, because you're wasting your time and you're wasting the hostess's time, and spewing out all this bad party and everyone doesn't want to have, then you go, why doesn't anyone want to have a party? Because it sucked. You know what I mean? Honestly, I just call it like I see it. You want to have a great relationship with your relationship. So she says, oh my God, that was so much fun. You should totally do it. It was so easy. I got $75 in free nail polish. Why would you not do that? Did you not see how easy that was? All I had to do was invite people. That was it. You want her to tell people that it was awesome. And you also want people to see, well, this was as smooth as silk. I want to do that.
Angelique, is the only part that you do live your demo?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to put a caveat to that. The other day I did this and I'm going to do it again tonight. I did video record it so I can just pop it in if I want to. But if I'm in the mood to speak from my heart, and that night when I did the video recording, I was feeling, it was literally 5 minutes before my party started. And I'm like, I want to recruit people, man. I want to recruit people. And so I spoke from my heart about it. And so when I thanked them, I spoke from my heart on that. And I'll probably just pop that into that's in a training. You can see it. You just scroll down the trainings, you'll see my face. And it's my video of it. So I've been posting that as my thank you and just saying, I really do have to get in a heart space. So I'm going to not say it as smooth as I did that night, but I say something like, I just want to say that this has been such an amazing opportunity for me. I have been so blessed by Color Street, and I feel I'm looking for my dream team. And if you happen to be that person, or someone who is looking to make some extra income, I would love to just have a conversation with them and answer any questions that they have. I've been able to do this for my family, and this for my family has been a truly game-changing experience. And a lot of people don't know about us because we're so new. And I would love to at least have a conversation if you know of somebody who could use this. Something like that. It was a little smoother, but it was like that. That was the other time I did a video at the end, and I've only done that once. And I got one person saying, instead of nothing, I got one person and I did have a conversation. So I did have a planting opportunity for that.
Cool. So you did that at the end of the party.
I did do it at the end of the party, and I feel like I planted 30 seeds because there were people in there. They all saw it. I got a lot more thumbs up and hearts because of it, so I know somebody saw it. And it was genuine. It was from the heart, and I meant it. So I don't think you can go wrong with that. Is that good? Did this help you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, good. So leaders and teammates, I just think this is such an important aspect, and it doesn't always come naturally to everyone. So if it doesn't, put the work in where this will benefit you the most. And I promise you, your parties will start to turn around if you develop something that feels good to you and gets results with your hostess. Your parties will blossom, your sales will blossom, and your bookings will blossom when you connect and build a rapport with your hostess, and all the while having fun with it. If you're not having fun, it translates so much through the computer. So have fun, find a way. If it's not my way, if my way seems tedious and awful, find a way that does work for you, that's fun, and you enjoy it. Because tonight, I'm really looking forward to working with both my hostesses because I've been close to them all week. I know what's going on. They're both excited. Even if the party ends up being a flop, I've gained 2 pretty good customers out of it, So this is it. This is the golden nugget that everyone's wanting to know. How do you do it? This is it. So hone your skill and it'll work for you. If you have any questions regarding this, let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer them. And I will see you guys next week. I'm deciding on what I'm going to talk about, but it'll probably maybe be about the hostess pack this time and maybe verbiage. So everyone can get themselves set up that way too. So thanks for the ones that showed up, and I thank you for the ones who are watching the replay, and I will catch you guys next week on our other team training. Bye.